Wyverns and Weirdos Curse of Strahd is a horror-themed campaign, and as such contains dark themes, including descriptions of gore, violence, and other features intrinsic to the gothic horror genre. Hello, and welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos presents Curse of Strahd. Again, this episode is being filmed on Halloween, so we are all in costumes. Check the description to see who everyone is dressed as. I am your Dungeon Master, Darby. I'm joined, as always, by Zoe, playing Sevia, Emily, playing Beatrice, Laura, playing Conrad, Mitch, playing Designation 42, Exley, and Johanna, playing Fall. Enjoy. So, where we last left off, the party were in the middle of combat against some scarecrows that they found in the middle of some ruins of an old village known as Berez, which they were their attention was drawn to when they spotted a strange hut structure, or Exley spotted a strange hut structure seemingly raised above ground, and the party decided it might be a decent place to try to get some shelter for the night. Thus far, jury's still out, but we rejoin our heroes at the start of the initiative round, and Exley's go.
Yes.
I believe there is a... Yes, there is a scarecrow in your face. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, I am going to, as a bonus action, yell out to the cart.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, "Come out, attack the scarecrows," to my friends.
Okay.
And then I will turn around and give the scarecrow in front of me the good bop with my quarterstaff. And I believe, if I remember from last one, that is at advantage.
Yes, because
my good friend Conrad yelled at me.
From a distance.
Yes. I am grateful for the advantage. That is a... Oh my god, Shillelagh is a thing. So that's +5. So that's 23 to hit.
23 to hit. That certainly hits.
Perfect. So that is a d8 of my magical Shillelagh damage. And it is also a d6 of poison damage from my symbiotic entity.
Alright, roll damage.
That is... I don't even know what that number is.
However, do not roll the poison damage, for they are immune.
Exciting. That's very fun. Great to know. That is most of what I do. Cool. So that is 6 points of damage, bludgeoning damage. It is magical though.
Yes. Okay. This scarecrow is now shaky.
Excellent. That'll be my turn.
Yes. Now the undead probably take a little bit to get out of their spots. Out of the cart, don't they?
Probably.
Yeah.
I would assume it'd be a round to get out.
Yeah.
Maybe they can move 5 or 10 feet out.
Or under the cart too.
Yeah.
You're going to get zombies and skeletons just like collapse on top of it.
Esmeralda is going to... there's another one engaged in combat with her has been destroyed. So she is going to... noticing, I believe Fall is still feared, is going to send a firebolt at the one in range of Fall. That is definitely going to hit. that is... Where's my other d10 there? So that is 16 points of fire damage. And that destroys that one. Alright, and Fall, you are no longer frightened. It is the Scarecrow's turns. Exley to attack.
Mine takes damage beforehand, though.
Yes.
It takes 7 points of necrotic damage.
7 points, okay. So...
There's more fungal spores, like, attach and, like, sink into its eyes and everything.
Alright. So the lower one is a 14.
No.
The higher is a 19.
That just hits.
Okay. Alright, so you take 7 points of slashing damage, and I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
My wisdom saving throw is a 9.
A 9. You are frightened of this scarecrow.
Awesome.
Next one is in combat with you, Beatrice. It's going to make 2 attacks against you. What is with my dice tonight? It's another nat 20.
Ow. The dice hate me.
And the other one is a natural 16. So both hit. So the regular one first is for 5 points of slashing damage. And then the second one is another 14 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And I need you to roll me 2 wisdom saving throws, please.
I rolled a 12 and a 15.
Both of those succeed. Alright. Next one is the one up by Casimir. Gonna attack him twice. That's 1 miss, 1 hit. That is 5 damage to Casimir. So, he needs to make a wisdom save. That is a failure, so he is frightened.
Rip to him.
And that is the end of the Scarecrow's turns. Paul, your go.
Okay,
You are no longer frightened.
Yeah, so like some of the will kind of like is back in the present again. They're gonna like roll out from under the cart so when they see like the zombies fall on them. And can I roll an perception check to see like how the fight is going? Do we seem to be bleeding? Is anyone in trouble?
You seem to be winning because I'd say Beatrice is probably looking a little shaky on the shaky side.
Okay.
But the Scarecrows are in, like, on the whole, worse for wear than
Fantastic.
the rest
Okay,
of the
so
group.
that still kind of just takes a deep breath, but they seem to have a bit more confidence in this, so they're going to run over to the Scarecrow attacking Beatrice.
Okay.
And do a blow to their solar plexus in a stunning strike.
Alright, roll to hit.
So that is a 14 to hit.
That will hit. So roll the damage. What is the save that it needs to make?
A 14 DC.
Yeah, I rolled a 15, unfortunately.
Alrighty.
Actually, what type of... no, it has no negatives, so, yeah.
Okay.
But you still do damage.
Yeah, so that's 10 damage.
10 damage, nice. Okay.
Excellent. And my second blow.
This one is now looking shaky. Well,
Fantastic.
so
So I'll just do another strike to its neck now. Ooh, good. That's a 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Fantastic. And that's 11 damage.
Alright. That... no.
Oh, no.
So you still technically have your bonus action and probably a little bit of movement.
Fantastic. So have I decapitated that scarecrow?
Yeah, you've destroyed it.
Oh, fantastic. All right, so I'll run over to another scarecrow nearby.
There. You probably can't get close enough to either of them to also attack, but if you use Step of the Wind to dash, you could probably get to either one of the remaining ones.
Yeah, sure, I'll use that.
Yeah.
And
So either the one by Casimir or the one by Exley.
by Exley.
Okay.
Casimir can look after himself.
Both are currently frightened, if memory serves.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, Conrad, your go.
Sorry, I'll just I can do an unarmed strike.
Not if you're dashing with Step of the Wind.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I would like to trample the nearest scarecrow. Your pick.
Alright, the nearest to you, probably the one by Exley.
Alright, roll to hit. That's only a 12 to hit.
That still hits.
That still hits. Excellent.
They're not particularly well armored.
Nice, except for all that straw. So 2d4 plus 4, so I roll a 4. And a 1, so 5 plus 3, so 8 damage from the horse.
8 damage, so it's pretty damn shaky, but it's still standing.
And he will then try to also, while the horse tramples down on it, also try to hit it with his rapier. And, I don't know if that's going to hit. Hang on. Because I rolled a 5. So that's 7 plus 5, so 12 to hit.
That still hits.
That still hits, cool.
Yeah.
So a d8 plus 4. Awesome, I rolled an 8,
Plus-
so it's the
Plus, well, not that
That's
it
it.
matters, but you also get your sneak attack.
yeah. So I did a 12 with the rapier on its own, and then
Yeah. It's
3d6 sneak attack.
it's
yeah.
down even without the sneak attack.
Nice. Yeah, that was another 10, so that was
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. Cool.
And yeah, there is one scarecrow remaining as we get to Sevia's turn.
Where is this scarecrow?
It is the one that is by Casimir.
Okay, cool. Can I Dragon's Breath it without letting spell sculpt around Casimir, or will I have to get closer? Or
You can certainly, like, with your movement, get close enough to Dragon's Breath.
okay, so she attempted to climb on the top of the cart. It didn't work. So now she's gonna scramble her way off the cart and run over to Casimir and that scarecrow. Is it like to the side of him or like in front of him and his horse?
It is in front of him.
Okay. So she's going to she's gonna kind of, if Casimir's like, for audio listeners, I'm doing hand puppets. If Casimir's like here, she's gonna run like around into the side, so she's on the side of the scarecrow. Like that. Cool. And then she is going to Dragon's Breath it once again.
All right.
With her fun new lightning breath.
It definitely does not save.
Oh, that's
on
right.
the
It
dexterity
saves. I
save.
didn't roll. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
But you still roll damage.
Yeah.
so full I rolled a 10. It's got a +1 to dex. It doesn't save.
Yeah. No, it did not meet. So that's. It's the official name. It's 3d6. And we're gonna pick these 3 boys. And then we're gonna immediately lose one. It's fine. 12 points of damage.
Okay, so it's still hanging in there, but barely.
Okay. I don't believe I have any
not much.
bonus actions I
No.
can do.
Nope.
Yeah, because nothing like an unarmed strike is part of my bonus action. So.
And this is gonna be really disappointing, but Casimir's, in his frightened state, is just gonna do the same thing he's been doing all combat, and just cast another magic missile, this time at first level, and just 3 darts at this thing. And because it's on like 4 hit points, that's enough to take it out.
Easy.
Okay.
Nice. They're gone.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sure it looks very cool, except for how he's screaming in fear.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
That's fair. Point of order, Darby. You mentioned that the scarecrows were near the house.
The hut.
The hut.
The hut is kind of central to the formation that they were in.
Because I was like, that hut's closer. Okay, cool.
You're not too far from the hut, but yeah.
Okay. Is that all of them?
I think so.
Appears to be.
How's everyone feeling? Good? Health status?
Been
It's been better, but I'm okay.
I've been better, I've been worse.
Little scratched.
Okay, good. Well, ruins, good choice or not to be sheltering for the evening.
um
Have not particularly seen scarecrows that move and scratch at you, personally myself, in my homeland. Not fond of them.
You all hear this creaking hinge-like sound as the door to the hut slowly creaks open, and you see an old feminine figure step out of it. Let me see if I can find her image here.
We kill her.
Yeah, she's
Where is Cher? So this is an old green-skinned, almost crone-like figure. She has dark robes and a tall, pointed hairstyle with also two draping knots of hair down her front, with various and sundry raven skulls hanging around her neck, almost like jewels. The look on her face is stern and unimpressed. And who are you?
We're literally just travelers. We were just going through. We really don't mean any harm.
And yet, you stick your nose in where it doesn't belong.
We will be leaving immediately. We beg your pardon for the intrusion. We were attacked by those creatures, but we mean you no harm.
What drew you here?
Shelter. We were traveling, we saw ruins, we thought the ruins might help protect against the weather for tonight.
I can offer shelter and protection from the forces of this land for a time.
Insight.
Roll me an insight check.
18.
She does seem to genuinely be offering this, but there's something she's not saying.
That's very kind of you, but I'm assuming there would be something you want in return.
Oh, of course. But nothing too much.
could we have the conditions first?
Well, I would ask only a small favor or some fortune.
Fortune? What do you mean by that?
I desire your fortune.
Sorry, I'm not very smart. Could you rephrase the answer, please?
That is the deal. If you wish to take it, you can. If not, leave it. I am speaking plainly.
So we'll go over to Xavier and be like, what does she mean exactly? I don't understand.
Without, I don't mean to sound insane, but there is a chance that she is aware we have another term for a prophecy as a fortune.
Yes.
She might be after that. She might be after what we have.
That could be a little bit dangerous. To be giving away information just to anyone.
Just for clarification, what is your name?
My name is Lysaga.
Lysaga. Wonderful. You said you could offer us shelter in exchange for favor or fortune. Now, is it one or the other? Do we get to pick, or is that a choice up to you?
Whatever is amenable to yourselves.
Right. Good. We might just have a brief group discussion.
Of course. But be quick. The sun will go away very soon. I wouldn't want you to be caught in the dark when all the beasties roam.
Wonderful. Everyone? And Xavier gestures everyone to kind of come together. So, how is everyone else interpreting what she is asking us? Because, in all honesty, I am perfectly happy to go back on the road, because I have the distinct feeling she's kind of after the things we have worked worked quite hard to gain.
I just assume she wants to kill us, or possibly eat us. I'm not too sure.
That
reminds me a little bit of my grandma.
We don't have time to unpack all of that, so,
Crazy old lady gives me Wiggins. I both believe.
Yes, the question is, if we are all to leave, how do we do that without her getting stabby on us immediately?
We tell her we are leaving. She gave us the option.
Good point, 42. And I suppose we deal with whatever happens after. If it does, perhaps it will be fine. We will have to make camp very quickly if we are to leave this place, though. It is getting dark.
Yes. Who wants to be the one to tell her?
Exley will step up.
Have
I would say, seeing as she has the skulls of ravens dangled all over her, not me.
Have you reached a decision?
Exley is stepping up with his 3 friends as well.
Okay.
They are standing, a little bit behind him, but he likes them there as comfort. Thank you for your offer of accommodation for the night. However, we will continue on our own. Farewell. And he will turn around and walk away.
You ever need help? You know where to find me.
We'll keep walking.
Okay.
Thank you, madame. Perhaps we shall meet again on fairer tides.
I'm sure we will.
I urge my horse to turn around and fast trot out of there.
So, yeah, you
Yes,
collectively
Evie-
head back on the road.
Yeah.
Sevia grabs Foal's hand in one hand and Beatrice's in the other and does the fastest little scurry she can do. Like, we're not even getting back in the cart. Scurry, scurry, scurry.
Okay, yeah. I take it you're still going at a fast pace.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely now.
So,
And I guess we're keeping an eye out for somewhere safe to set up
Yeah.
camp for the night.
after another half hour, you actually reach the road. Like, you rediscover the road. So, when you reach the road, Casimir states, I think we are... no, that's not his accent. I think we are probably best if we are going to make camp setting up here. If we go too much further, then we're going to have to weather the pass.
What does the pass entail? I do believe this is a good place to make camp too. Of course, I have great knowledge on such things. But what should we prepare for after?
It shouldn't be too much of a struggle, but I would not want to risk crossing in the dark.
Fair. Good. Camp. Yes. Kara turns around and then kind of like just looks at everyone and just puts his hands on his hips. He's like, yes, well, camp. We should prepare camp.
Should we
Yes.
have a fire? Or no?
Yes. Oh.
Perhaps not, so as to not attract attention.
True. We cannot be sure if scarecrows or the madame come after. Well, yes. No fire. Good point.
Yes, and I suppose we'll have to keep watches.
Definitely.
Yes. Yes. Certainly. Okay. Good. What does the space look like, Darby? Have we got any kind of coverage? Or just trees?
Not here. No, there are some trees off to the distance. If you would like to push ahead a bit further, just to get some tree coverage. But if you do, you're gonna have to roll a random encounter for that.
Cool. Otherwise, it's a clearance. Well, clearing is.
Clearing will work.
Yeah.
That way
see
no one has an
things, get it.
advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
It's easy to see.
Yeah. Well, I will check over my horse. We should all prepare for camp. Yes. He goes up to, he like coughs off his horse, then goes and checks over her.
Okay.
Busily, because he doesn't know anything about setting up camp except for how to skin a rabbit.
Sevia is going to take the 11 minutes to cast alarm
All right.
around the area we will be setting up camp.
Yes. Okay. Is there anything else people want to do before resting?
I might. Can I cast Cure Wounds on myself?
Yes, you can.
All right, so I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at what am I gonna do? At second level, so I get more hit points back.
Juicy.
Juicy.
Good idea.
Exley is also going to cast Cure Wounds on both Sevia and Fall.
Aww.
Thank you.
Nice.
Both at second level as well.
Okay, so let
many
me know
dice is that?
how many
That
people are
is
healed for.
That's 2d8 plus 2 for both of you.
Nice.
the same as mine.
+2. I get 12 points back, baby.
I get 7 points back. Nice, thank you.
Oh boy.
Thank you, Exley. While you do that. Oh, thank you, Exley.
You are most welcome. You seemed like you were in pain.
Only a little. I've been in worse.
Thank you very much. Those cuts were, were a little painful. It's much better now. Are you faring well?
I am perfect.
Oh, glad to hear it.
Good.
Though that is not strictly true. I still have some damage from earlier on this morning when I fell out of a tree.
Oh, well, I'm casting at the moment, but when I'm done, if you want, I don't have any magical healing, but I can have a look at it if you want.
I am not in too much pain, but if you would like to, I will not stop you.
Okay. Just might be good to check. There might be something non-magical I or we could do to help. And she looks at 4.
Yes. I know a little bit of first aid, although I'm not sure how to approach that general situation. Looking at the metallic body.
We can work it out.
Yes.
I will wait then. And he'll go and, prop himself down in his sort of half squat and just sort of watch everything that's happening.
So it's basically just Beatrice, Casimir, and Esmeralda setting up camp, and the rest of us just like
Pretty much.
Yep.
All right.
That sounds about right.
So,
that sounds valid.
is anyone going to hunt for food, or are you going to use rations?
Aria's just eating some jerky while he's looking over the tack of his horse. I don't know. He's not going to go out and hunt in these lands. Let's supposed to go. Are we going to be doing any hunting? Would this be a good area for it?
It's just a clear area, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's, unless somebody goes off towards trees, they're probably not going to find much. My assumption.
And that would
Depends how good your survival is.
that would probably be
mean,
correct.
Yeah. Yeah. So Beatrice suggests, perhaps seeing as we are in the middle of this clearing and there is not much too close, we'd be better off using our rations for this evening.
Yes, of course. That's what I was going to say. Just wanted to check what everyone's movements were.
All right.
Good. And he's going to busily kind of set up, go and find look around the space and think, oh, I can't sit back against a tree or anything. So he's going to just kind of throw his clothes down and then get his little suitcases and kind of look around and just flump down and pick out his little leather bound book and start scribbling in it, I guess.
Okay.
I guess once Sevia is finished with her spell, she and Fall are gonna go see if they can do anything to help Exley.
Yeah, what's the damage look like?
A couple dented, I think.
Yeah, it's nothing more than a slight dent.
I
I'd
assume
imagine.
there's probably a twig or something that's worked its way through the various joints in my arm. It's not there to do any damage, but it's just sort of there on an angle.
Okay, so do we pull it out? Did that hurt?
This stick is not part of me.
Well, maybe a yanking motion that might just break it off, and then it'll be stuck in there. So maybe if we try and wiggle it out gently. Actually, please do not take this as a weird question. But how supple is this weird twig? Well, if it's particularly soft, maybe we can wiggle it out.
Mitch is confused.
Basically, is it bendy wood,
Yeah.
or is it gonna snap?
Like green wood.
Is it hard?
What was the tree like, Darby? The magical mansion where I climbed it.
I mean, it's probably not the most flexible bit of wood, but it's not.
It wouldn't be green wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if it's a twig, it's probably dried out a bit. Okay. Well, I feel like it's important to not leave shards of it inside, because that could mess with your components, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Okay, so maybe if we try gently wiggling it out, we can see what happens.
Exley will present his arm. He will kneel down and just sort of hold it out
Okay.
for inspection and removal.
Very good.
Hey, I'll hold the arm still, and you can be the wiggling expert.
Oh, okay. Okay. While Sevia is attempting to remove this twig from Exley's arm, she is also she occasionally is she's trying to get it out, and then she'll kind of slow down, and it's because she's getting distracted by the mechanics of his arm.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Did
say.
they do the disadvantage,
Do you have proficiency in Tinker's tools?
Why would I have proficiency in Tinker's tools?
Proficiency in wiggling.
I do not.
So just roll me a dexterity check with advantage for Fall's assistance.
Yes. Ooh, I'm gonna roll 2 d20s. That's a nat 19. And then what was it? Just dex?
Yeah.
Normal dex is 21.
Yeah, you are easily able to take this twig out without without causing any further damage.
She brandishes it in a little flourish, almost as if it was a little wand. Just did it? Do you feel any better?
I most certainly do not feel any worse.
Well, that's all we could ask for.
Paul kind of just claps as Sevia does this, and is like, and there we have, ladies and gentlemen, the magnificent Sevia and her skills with wiggling healing. The bell.
She laughs, and it's a very childlike kind of laugh. Thank you. Well, I'm glad we could not make things worse for you, Exley.
Thank you. You are most kind.
Yes. Well. Anyway, I'm going to go talk to Beatrice about food. Ha! And then she's gonna scurry off, but she's still got the twig.
So, unless there's anything in particular that people want to do, you'll start to rest for the evening. Who is going to be taking watches? Who's going to take first watch, most importantly?
Why is it most importantly?
Well, because that's the first one.
Conrad will take watch, but yeah, it depends on what order.
Beatrice will take first watch.
Casimir will often take watch at some point because he, as an elf, only needs 4 hours of rest.
Exley is also always alert.
Okay.
So I believe if he's like in his sort of alert sentry mode, it would probably just use his passive perception.
Yeah, I think to actually watch out though, you would need to be more conscious.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because yeah, it's one thing to see things in the near vicinity. It's another to be looking out onto the horizon for additional threats.
Xavier will also offer to take a watch.
So that is 5 people offering watches. So
We'll just wait.
yeah. All right. So who is going to take first?
Beatrice.
All right. So Beatrice, as everyone else heads to bed, roll me a perception check.
A perception?
Yes.
Dear. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. So you see, you're first alerted to the sound of a couple of figures rustling in the forest in the middle distance. Then you see them emerge from the tree line. You see 2 wild-looking figures caked in grey mud and clutching crude stone axes. Whether it's a man or a woman, you cannot tell. But they don't seem to be approaching you, and you are fine. Your watch passes otherwise uneventfully. Who are you going to wake for the second watch?
Well, we all know. Beatrice is going to make Connie.
Right.
But she's going to be a little bit nicer about it this time, and she's just going to kick his boot.
Okay.
Huh? I wasn't asleep. Yes.
It's your turn for watch. And there were... Keep an eye out for figures running around. They seem to be gone now, but...
Did you kill them? Oh, they just let them go?
They didn't come near here.
Well, that's all right, I suppose. Okay, good. Excellent. I will keep watch then.
All right.
Good night.
Conrad, roll me a perception check, please.
Oh, no. It's an 11.
An 11. Okay, so, yeah, you don't notice anything during your watch, but fortunately it does pass uneventfully.
Oh, good. Passed uneventfully for me, so that's fine.
Who are you going to wake up for watch number 3?
So who volunteered again? It was Sylvia.
Celia.
And Exley.
Yeah, and...
Exley did not volunteer.
Oh, okay. So Celia and Casimir.
Alright, he's going to wake up Casimir, I suppose.
Yeah, and Casimir is, like, at the end of his rest. Did you spot anything? Is there anything to be cautious or wary of?
No, to begin with, at the watch, Beatrice, the bird woman, she noticed some individuals in the distance, but they did not approach. But I did not see anything during my watch.
Noted. All right.
How long do you believe it will be until we approach the tower that you wish to visit from here?
We should hopefully, if we make good time, reach the temple by around midday.
Good. Excellent. Do you feel any more understanding of what you wish to seek there?
I have understanding, but I will know for certain when I see it.
How good it is to have such faith in one's own senses. Good. Excellent. I must quickly ask as well, I am not much versed in magic. You seem to have some magic skill as well? This is why you seek this place?
This is why I'm aware of this place. I am trained in the way of the arcane arts. My sister and I practiced them. And
so you were both good with magic until you were parted.
yes, you could say that.
Good. Well, hopefully we can be of mutual use to one another when we approach the tower.
Hopefully, yes.
Good. If there's any extra assistance you require from us, you can of course direct it to me. But it should be a good venture for both of us. As is my hope anyway.
Of course. And
Good.
yeah. Get your rest. You may need it.
Yes, absolutely. Current is going to go and chill his stuff. He's going to try not to go to sleep, but he might still fall asleep anyway. I'm trying to be watchful of Casimir.
You can, if you want to try to avoid going to sleep, make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, my rolls are not great today. So probably, yeah, it's a 7.
Yeah, so
I'm going to stay awake.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's not long before you fall asleep.
He's like, okay, I'm going to write some notes to keep myself awake. And he's like, really intently staring, and then like we'll just slump over and fall asleep, snoring very loudly.
Okay. Almost at the changeover to the next watch, you all hear you all are awoken briefly by the sound of a massive fireball. And are all startled awake, and Casimir says, Casimir tells you, do not be alarmed. There are some zombies. I've taken care of them.
What sort of zombies?
I do not know of what variety, whether the regular or those enhanced by Strahd. There were only 2 of them.
Conrad looks at Exley and looks to see if he can see his friends nearby.
So Exley is still unanimated, essentially.
These are separate to Exley's zombies.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did Exley see?
Yeah, true.
He's still able to see everything. He can see and hear as normal.
So, yeah, basically what Casimir was saying, like, there were 2 zombies approaching the camp. Casimir probably got a bit distracted because he rolled fairly low for his perception, but he noticed just as they were approaching and quickly let off a fireball to be rid of them.
And they're like close-ish to the camp?
Close-ish, about 45 feet away.
Cool.
Oh no. Interesting. No. So I imagine kind of looks over at Exley and then like kind of looks beyond him and sees like the friends just kind of hovering by the car. It's like, oh good. Well, smash up job, Casimir.
Of course. I believe it is your turn, Sevia.
Yes, of course. Whew. And she
Alright.
gets up and
Yeah.
swaps over.
Roll me a perception check, please.
Which are my good dice? Some hit. Oh, yikes. Perception is 9.
Okay, yeah.
This is not a good watch.
You don't notice anything during your watch. Fortunately, it does pass uneventfully.
Oh, good.
If I'd rolled higher, I would have just seen Skeleton Friend on
And-
his horse, right?
And you all reach the morning with and fresh faced and ready for the rest of the trek to the Amber Temple.
Just briefly, for reference, during her watch, everyone probably sees Sevia has these really long dangly earrings with little moons on the end of them. When you wake up the next day, she's not wearing them. And instead, in one ear, she just has a single earring. The one she got from
Creepy. Okay.
She just changed them in the night.
Fair.
Just did that. It's whatever.
Okay.
Fair.
Just as a point of interest, whereabouts did she put the necklace?
Necklace.
The original jewelry that you had on.
Oh,
that, like,
just
back in the backpack?
earrings? It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
in a bag, yeah.
Okay.
No, the only necklace she wears is her arcane focus. She's not
Got it.
taking that off. No.
Not by choice.
No. It's threatening. Conrad just yanks it.
Interesting.
Yeah, if anyone spots
Okay.
that, but
Well, this probably
Well,
took a
I
long
think she
time
has-
to get to sleep, so might have seen her do this.
cool.
All
Yeah,
right.
no, we I assume we all pack up camp and get ready to go.
All right.
I guess.
Yeah.
Before we all, as everyone's packing up, Exley is going to go over to the char-grilled zombies, pick the one with the most number of body parts still attached, and is just going to carry it back to his other 3 friends.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay,
Ooh.
Ooh, Arcana spicy.
these are normal zombies. It's an that's an 18.
18. Yeah. Well, for one thing, yes, you're right. These aren't normal zombies. But the other thing is, I believe, due to the nature of raised dead, you can only exert control over undead that you created.
The people
What?
that you killed. Oh, it's creepy.
Not
Oh,
people
yeah,
that he
true.
killed,
He's
but
already a zombie.
creatures that
Oh,
I might be wrong there, but I believe that is the nature of the
I
spell.
think it's just a dead creature that hasn't been dead for more than.
Creates an undead servant. Creature is to maintain control of the creature for another 24 hours. Yeah, this use of the spell reasserts. This use of the spell reasserts your control over up to 4 creatures you have animated with this spell, rather than animating a new one. So it has
Okay.
to specifically be an undead that you have animated.
Can I kill my other 3 friends and then reanimate the 4?
This creature is no longer a humanoid after having been turned.
Okay. That's mildly annoying.
No new friends.
Damn. Alright. In that case, I'm going to look at it. Are any of my friends missing body parts?
No. I don't think
Just
they've
double
taken
check.
all that much damage outside of, like, the fireball, the one that is gone, was caught in.
Yeah. No. 3 is gone.
Yeah.
And
by my squelch.
Do these zombies have any like weapons or gear or anything
Nope.
that they're carrying?
Nope.
Okay. I guess just to stop them from coming back, Exley is going to quickly turn around and look at the group, make sure that they're all busy just sort of doing everything that they're doing. And he's just going to quickly stomp on their heads once each.
Oh, jeez.
Hey.
Good idea.
So, once you get on the road, can you start making your way? Can someone roll me a d20, please?
I'll do it.
Okay. Go on, Exley.
Ooh, that's 15.
15. Fortunately, it is daytime, and that does not trigger a random encounter.
Nice.
Excellent. Speaking of triggering random encounters, I am going to cast Animate Dead again.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
All right.
At 8 o'clock as I normally do.
Can are you doing it secretively?
No.
So
Not at all.
Conrad is going to I don't know. He's probably saddling up to get his horse ready again. He's going to watch with interest. Oh, are you doing magic with them?
Yes, I am. I unfortunately can only control them for about 24 hours. It is almost at that time, so I must reassert my control. Otherwise, they do their own thing.
We'll not be friends anymore.
They will not.
Not very useful. I understand. Fascinating. Interesting. I hope you do not mind me watching you do this.
It does not matter to me. And because someone is watching, he's going to just sort of rifle through some of the pouches that he's got. He's going to pull out a random assortment of decaying matter, a piece of flesh, a bit of bone dust, and a small vial with a viscous red liquid, which he's going to combine a drop of with the other two items. And he's going to just sort of smear them on each of his creatures.
Interesting. Are those things required to remake them your friends?
I believe so. This is the magic that I possess. Unfortunately, requires some components. These components are the most potent that I have discovered.
Interesting. Well, I mean, with blood, I assume, and other parts. I mean, they're not going to be using it, so it's interesting. I have read about components before. Fascinating. Thank you for letting me see how you do it.
You are most welcome. If you do have any other questions, if I can answer them, I will.
I will think on good questions and ask you as we travel.
Okay. So, as you approach the pass, the shelf of rock on which the mountain road clings grows narrow. To your left, the icy cliffs rise sharply towards dark, rolling clouds. To your right, the ground falls away into a sea of fog. Ahead through the wind and snow, you see a high wall of black stone lined with spikes and topped by statues of demonic vultures with horned heads. Set in the center of the wall is a closed iron portcullis, behind which burns a curtain of green flame. On the other side of the dark wall, gripping the mountain's edge, is a guard tower of white stone topped with golden statues of mighty warriors.
I say, Casimir, is this the place?
This is not the place yet, but we must pass here to reach it.
Oh, okay. And he turns the horse around and moves a little bit further down to where the cart is and stuff. This is not the tower, but we must pass through here to get there.
It looks very intimidating already.
Yeah, it's quite nice architecture, really. It reminds me of back home.
My word, it's quite grand, isn't it, in a weird way?
You continue towards the portcullis as a group, and you notice that where was it? As you reach about 10 feet of the portcullis, it shrieks with the sound of metal on metal as it rises on its own, revealing a curtain of green flame filling the eastern archway of the gatehouse.
My word.
A magical effect. Does not appear to be illusory, but could be dangerous.
Is it directly in our path, sorry?
Yes.
When it crossed through? Okay.
Yes.
Oh. That definitely looks like a very blatant trap.
Does anyone have any sort of warding magic?
Nope.
Sorry, did you say warding?
Yes, warding.
Okay. I don't believe so. Nothing that controls fire like this.
I do have some abilities that may be useful, but I don't know their full effectiveness.
What do you suspect you may have?
I can create a large quantity of water, but only for a short period of time. I also have the ability to surround us with a form of magical wind, which may potentially blow out the fires. However, they are both quite taxing and may not be fully effective.
Yes, I do not know if these will be particularly effective. Does anyone else have any other ideas?
There's no other way around it. Yes?
Not without the ability to climb or fly. I could cast fly, but that will only cover...
I'm not certain how useful.
I can cast fly, but I would not be able to gather... I would not be able to allow all of us over.
So you could do the good old throw an object in the fire and see what happens to it.
That is probably a good thing. Good to test it.
Yes, just see how powerful it is.
Alright, what do you throw through?
We're super close to it. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still pretty close.
Oh, you said we were within 10 feet,
yeah.
yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Get out and hold a long stick into it.
Alright. The stick lights on fire.
Drop the stick for a second. Oh, yep, that's definitely fire.
Is there some sort of a trigger mechanism on the other side of it, potentially?
You cannot tell from here.
Is there some sort of trigger mechanism on this side of it?
Roll me an investigation check.
Ooh, okay. My investigation's that good? Oh my god, that's a 23.
Okay, so it's a magical effect. There's no clear trigger, but it does seem to be suppressed within an anti-magic field. So there is magic on essentially either side of the fire, holding it in place.
Oh. From the looks of it, I'm not sure a magic spell would... There seems to be some kind of dispel it, like anti-magic field around it. I'm not sure what kind of spells would work.
Is there any way to dispel the anti-magic field?
Possibly. It could potentially cause the fire to go out of control. But, wait.
But there's only so far it can go.
Yes. Oh my god, I wish I'd prepared different spells. I have Dispel Magic. Oh my god.
Same. I'm just thinking that as well.
Oh, but I didn't prepare it.
Oh dear.
Changing spells, that's a long rest thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would have had to have done it last night.
We could just sleep now again.
Is there a way to bypass the magic? Or
If I'd had time to... If I'd known to prepare the spell, then I could have had something, but... I don't know. But see, with the anti-magic field around it, that I wonder if any of Exley's spells will work either to get us through.
So no one had any protection from fire?
I don't get burnt as easily as usual people, but I wouldn't really want to run through there.
It may be our only option at the end of the day.
What?
you have resistance to firefall.
Yes, but it still hurts me. What could I achieve by going through that? Do you think there's some kind of switch on the other side?
Only one way to find out.
If you don't want to damage yourself, I may be able to climb over the top.
I could probably also climb over.
You see,
Is it really high?
It's really high and not
Okay,
particularly easy to scale without a climber's kit.
Oh gosh.
Darby.
Yes.
Wait, no, I've just remembered protection from good and evil wouldn't matter in this situation.
No, it would
Never
not.
mind.
Just fire.
Mage armor wouldn't do anything either, would it?
No. Mage armor protects you from attacks that would be against your AC.
I can give you help, but that's about
Is
it.
there a gap in between the fire and like the top of the portcullis?
There is not.
So the fire doesn't reach like all the way to the roof, does it?
It does. It does.
How high is like the building itself?
Uh,
Does it look like there's a roof on there?
yeah, there is like a top of the portcullis.
Is there a gap at all in there?
With your perception, you'd be able to tell no, there is not.
So a spider would not be able to fit through that.
No.
Oh,
No.
Dang.
it's tight. So is the fire very thick? If it's a thin, is it?
It
Is it?
it fills the entire portcullis opening.
Oh my god.
We're
How
not
deep
good at
is it?
puzzles.
Oh,
It's not very deep, maybe a foot deep.
wait. So it's just a foot I'd have to run through.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not as bad as I thought.
Look, it won't be that difficult. It seems to be a certain distance. It's not. Just run very quickly. Keep your essentials close to yourself. Surely it would be not too difficult.
Yeah.
That's Conrad's attempt at using help on you.
Oh, I wish I'd taken the woolen blanket. That's what I was
yeah,
trying to
that's
protect
it.
against fire. I think I just took a sheet.
You did.
All right.
All right, if my clothes burn off, don't laugh at me.
All right. So you run through the fire?
All right. Oh yeah, I get into like a runner's like the takeoff position, and I sprint through the fire.
Yeah.
Okay, Stevia was going to interject and be like, let's work something out, but then you just ran and she was like, oh.
In a to run through.
Yeah.
So you take 20 halved to 10 points of fire damage as you run through. Your clothes are probably a bit singed around the edges now, but not significantly damaged.
I do a quick step.
Greg kind of sort of covered his eyes for a second and be like, oh, okay, good.
Ow, 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 ow. Oh, okay, that singed. I'm fine, everyone.
You're alive?
Yes.
So that's
Is there anything you can see?
All right, let's see. I guess I will.
Roll me an investigation check.
Investigation.
Huh. I didn't think they would do that.
So it's a 17.
Yeah, there does not appear to be any sort of deactivation.
Are you serious? Oh no.
So it's just an empty, like, tunnel of the barrier?
I mean, there's a path that continues through to a bridge. Like, you can see the bridge from here.
Okay. I can't see any switches or anything. I just see a path ahead.
Are you sure?
I'll have a closer look. Okay, so what can I investigate?
There's nothing more to investigate. There's
no.
a guard tower.
Okay.
Which, I mean, you can try to force the door open if you want to on that, but it's not actually. Looking at your stats, it's not actually possible for 4 to do.
Oh, okay.
Is there better footing on the other side, at least on the wall?
Yeah, so it's a little bit wider here on either side of the path, so,
But yeah, not to climb the wall or anything. I can't rappel over.
X is going to turn to Casimir. Do you have any way of getting through this?
Nothing special. All I can suggest is running through the flames. But the horses may not fare well from that.
We are here because you asked us to be here. This is your mission. You should go first then.
Of course.
Maybe, I don't want the horses to get hurt. Maybe we leave them here? The cart's made of wood. Do we leave it here?
I think that would be an idea.
If we continue the rest on foot, just leave them here with some food and water.
Some people come and eat them in that time.
They will most likely perish.
Yes,
But if we take them through, they will definitely perish.
I believe now the choice lies in whether we look at leaving them here or taking them, and whose food will they become, theirs or ours?
Casimir dismounts his horse and, while you were talking, just calmly walks through the fire.
Jeez, what a
and
badass.
takes 23 points of fire damage.
Oh my god. I'm just imagining how much fire damage Stevie is gonna take, and it's not good.
It'll be some bad burns.
She's a wizard.
No.
Paul just calls out, all right, everyone, so stop, drop to the ground, and roll to get rid of the flames.
Did the horse make it?
He dismounted the horse.
He dismounted the horse.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you said he took the horse with him.
No.
Good. Oh.
I was worried.
Conrad hops off his horse and then starts very good, like somewhat petulantly, like taking off like his bag, like unhitching his bags from it, and then going about unbuckling like saddle stuff and like its reins and things like that. While you guys discuss.
Time, Beatrice gets down out of the cart, looks at everyone, draws her cloak and hood closer around herself, and goes through the fire.
Okay, so you take... that's a lot of ones. So you only take 15 points of fire damage.
Hey.
Only.
That's not too bad.
It's, for reference, it is 66 fire damage.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
I mean, that's a lot.
That
Okay.
that could really hurt Sevia.
It may still.
38 points.
Well, May still she hasn't gone through yet.
If you max damage, I swear to God. Okay.
If I max damage, she'll still be okay. She'll need a rest afterwards, but she'll be okay.
Okay. Sevia's going to just look very defeated about the whole horse situation, but she is gonna try and, like, I don't know, set up some bowls of water and stuff for them.
Okay.
Like, and it's like, well, hopefully once we get through here, we can be as quick as possible and get back to them quickly. We didn't encounter
Aye.
anything on the way here, so chin up, I guess. Right, Conrad? And she gives him a pat on the shoulder.
He kind of like just shrugs her off. He's like, and then he takes like his dagger and like cuts the last of the horse's reins, and he says something in Saratan common dialect, and then like pats it on the back, like, go, come on, go, and urges it to rush off, I guess.
Okay.
So he sets his horse free.
And yeah, it bolts off.
Oh, but he was your friend, Conrad.
Yes, but to progress cannot come with, so would be better for it to fend for itself than to tie it up and be eaten by others. So there we go. All right, fire. He kind of like bundles up his little bags, and then he like kind of tries to spends a lot longer than he should, kind of adjusting his hood kind of thing, and his cloak, trying to contemplate going across the threshold, I suppose.
Okay.
Just kind of radiates the energy. He does not want anyone to talk to him right now.
So who's are you going through the curtain of fire?
Does. Yeah. All right, he does.
All right. So you take 22 points of fire damage.
Cool. Okay.
So it's just me, Exley, and Esmeralda.
Yeah.
He rolls and throws off his cloak when he gets through. Cool.
Yes.
You two first. I have to take a minute to protect my book. And she's like, her skirt's got multiple layers, and she just kind of looks at it and rips one of the layers out to wrap around her book.
Of course. Esmeralda runs through the flames. She takes 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18 points of fire damage. Alright. Okay. Who is next?
Just double checking on the ruling of what you mentioned this morning. If I kill my friends, can I reanimate them again? If they were the ones that I created?
Yes, I believe so.
Excellent. I walk up to the fire, I pick each one up, and I throw it through to the other side.
Okay. How many?
Then cast symbiotic entity on myself and walk through.
Okay, so we're just, because that's all happening in quick session, we're going to use just the one roll for that. That is...
The skeletons have 13 hit points and the zombies have 22.
That is 26 points of fire damage for all 4 of you.
Yep. The zombie will make a constitution save. There's no point. He's dead. So essentially, for anyone on the other side,
Conrad's will just move out of the way, and then.
So Conrad sort of comes through, and then you see essentially 3 figures come through the flames and then just collapse into ash. And then Exley strides on through.
Okay.
Your friends?
They are indeed my friends. They will accompany us on this journey.
I will say the amount of burning, the zombie will no longer be a zombie, but it will be a skeleton.
Fair enough. Let me change that.
Well, that was interesting.
You can remake them.
Yes, I can.
You are not affected by the fire?
I was, but my magical powers prevent a lot more damage.
Curious.
How much was that? 26.
26.
I took 2 damage.
Oh.
Hello?
Tasty.
Hello?
Because of all the temporary hit points.
Nice.
All right. And Sevia, you are the only one left.
Hi, Sevia. Come on.
She's wrapped up her book. She's bundled to her chest, and she's doing that little hobble from foot to foot, and she goes, right, glory is like a circle in the water, go! And then she runs through. Oh, God.
Yahtzee! No, it's not a Yahtzee. It's not
Thank
great
God.
for you, though.
How many?
22 points of fire damage.
Okay, not the worst out of the group. It's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Excellent.
Noting Sevia's discomfort at the before Exley went through, he is prepping a cure wounds as Sevia comes through as
Yeah.
well.
Well, she also does a little she tries to do one of those little duck and rolls that looks very cool where she does it while she's running, but mostly it just looks like she runs, trips, rolls in the dirt a bit. then gets up.
you do notice that Sevia, Conrad, and Casimir were particularly affected by the flames.
Yeah, they're from baby Sevia, so it's fair.
He's big baby. Low hit point.
In that case, I'll do it on Conrad as well.
I was gonna say, does that Beatrice will ask if anybody wants any healing done, because she also has cure wounds.
So, question is, Exley offering this at around the same time?
I'd say so.
Or does Exley just give it to Sevia?
So as Exley comes through, he immediately turns around and is holding out a hand for when Sevia comes through.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then we'll probably turn around and have a look, but if he won't be outwardly offering if Beatrice is offering.
Yeah. Oh, alright, well in that case, Cora's like, no, I'm fine. And he kind of turns away, gets his little flask out, just trying to put it on his arms and shake his hands out. Where his shoulders fall. Yes, I'm fine.
And Beatrice is going to cast Cure Wounds on him anyway.
Okay. All right.
What did you do that for?
First level.
Yeah.
So just 1d8.
Okay.
2.
Plus Beatrice's wisdom, which is another 2 again, I believe.
Another 2.
So
Yes.
That.
Stevie, you get 2d8 plus 2.
Plus 2?
Yes.
That's right, you've done this on me already.
I have, because you keep getting hurt.
That's another 12.
Beatrice will
That's the same as
also
last
offer it to Casimir, but she won't force it on him.
That would be very much appreciated. Thank you, Beatrice.
She will also cast a first level Cure Wounds on
Alright.
Casimir.
Nice.
Oh, that's incorrect.
Alright. So, 4. Okay.
Paul's looking great.
Is that including the +2?
That's the +2 plus my wisdom.
Okay. Alright. So no one's below half hit points.
Everyone's just a little bit.
Just, yes.
Yeah.
Barely, yes.
A little bit.
It's close in some people's cases, but yeah.
Not in others.
Some of us are a little crispy. It's fine.
We're looking a little
Longer have us dance.
We're working through it. It's fine.
Speaking of a little crispy,
Yes.
I am going to recast Animate Dead
Okay.
on my 2 skeletons and 1 new skeleton.
Okay. And with the 3 skeletons rising from the ground, that is where we're gonna leave it for this week.
Hey! Oh boy.
Going well so far, guys.
Yes.
Our first challenge we circumvented perfectly.
Oh yeah, really well done.
Was definitely the way that it was meant to go.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's definitely it definitely wasn't that one of us is meant to prepare dispel magic last night. And actually remember that we can prepare spells. One of us wasn't meant to do that. It's fine.
See you next week, everyone.
Yes. See you next week.
guys.
Goodbye.